I love the Heath Bookshop because it's such an amazing community space.
It's just really different to other bookshops.
It's become like this community heart, this hub of King's Heath, where people just get together, people who've never picked up a book, people who've never thought to write anything, and they've come in here and it's brought people together, it's got people writing, it's got people talking.
The books that they've chosen, it's almost like you could pick any off the shelf, and to me they're all interesting, so it's just really relaxing to come in here and just lose yourself in all of the books.
So I'm local already, I'm from Birmingham, I'm from Rubery in Worcestershire, and all I ever wanted to do was play music. I'm a professional musician.
I grew up in Tadcaster in Yorkshire, in North Yorkshire. So I came to university in Birmingham to what is now Birmingham City Uni. Back then it was the University of Central England. And I did a degree in speech and language therapy.
Went to music college in Manchester. I went to the Royal Northern College of Music and got a music degree.
So I set up a company that eventually became a community interest company. And we worked with lots of children.
And I've spent the last 20 years maybe teaching music and playing professionally.
I mean, like a lot of people during COVID, I just thought a lot about what I wanted to do with the rest of my life, and reading's still always been a love, and a bookshop is just a dream. You know, it is everyone's dream, the bookshop and the coffee. So I did a course with the Booksellers Association that was called How to Start and Run a Bookshop.
I've always liked reading. I never thought it was something that I would do as a career, but I've always loved reading. And so it's just like, I could perhaps try this course and see what it was about.
We set up a WhatsApp group and everyone was saying, I'm in Birmingham or wherever.
No one lived around here. Everyone was in Scotland or down the south. And then suddenly one person said, I live in Birmingham. And I thought, they're going to be in Moseley and King's Heath. And so we started chatting on WhatsApp and agreed to meet up.
We actually both ordered the exact same drink separately, which was really weird. We both ordered an oat milk hot chocolate, which is quite specific. So we just knew we'd hit it off straight away, and we just visited loads of bookshops. In one day we just walked all over and went to bookshops. And it was kind of like dating to see, do we like the same things? What do we want in this shop? And I think we both did have the same vision.
The day we got our keys, straight away we were on Instagram and introducing people to us and introducing the shop to people. Before that, we'd done a survey in King's Heath and the local area, just saying, will you use a bookshop? Would you come and visit us? Will you pay full price for a book?
And I am actually a writer who lives locally, and as soon as I heard that a bookshop was opening here, I was very, very excited indeed.
When we first did our stock, we handpicked every single book. We wanted our favourites here. I really like historical fiction, and then we knew of choosing culture and well-being. We did LGBTQ together, and then eventually we sort of came up with these lists, and we did prize lists and that sort of thing. We have books here that you'd recognise, but a lot of books that you won't have seen anywhere else.
We really tried to think about the area that the shop is in, and the fact that it is a really diverse area, and we've tried to reflect that on the shelf.
Every week we're open Wednesday to Sunday 10 till 4. But that's just the shop hours. We're normally here at least 8 till 6. We know exactly what's happening all the time. Every Tuesday we sit together for a day and do admin. So we both know what's going on. We order books together.
We post a lot on social media, and that was something that we had to kind of learn at the beginning. We both had to learn that really. I mean, we're really lucky because we've got Abby, who is absolutely wonderful. She came as a volunteer and then sort of forced herself onto us, which we loved because she's fantastic. We were very lucky to get her. So she works for us 2 days a week.
I was really lucky to come quite early when the place was fresh, and I was very excited. And then just fingers crossed really that I could volunteer here, and luckily they accepted me, and it just became a happy place, and thankfully they liked me too.
Abby's great for sort of books from other countries.
There's always this chain of really genuine, excitable recommendations from the people who work here, and you kind of come away feeling like there's not enough time to read all the books that you want to read.
Above all, just sort of meeting like-minded people, getting recommendations, trying new books.
We also have a book club where we have 4 groups of about 20 people in each group, and we run those. We do one a month. So there were 4 groups once a month, and they all read the same book. So that's really lovely. Did you like the book?
I'm still reading it, and I'm enjoying it.
I think it's going to be a mixed bag this time.
I'm enjoying it, it's a bit of a curative take for me. I'm enjoying it almost in spite of myself. It wouldn't be the kind of thing I would normally read, but actually it's taken me to some quite interesting places. I think it's quite challenging. So, have you? What did you think?
I've read, yeah, I enjoyed it, but a lot of people haven't. We have a book subscription service where you can pay and get a surprise book in the post. So we always try and choose one that you probably haven't seen before, and it sort of suits everybody. And then we have all of our events.
Actually, I've been to a couple of author interviews, book launches in different venues actually, which is really nice.
Got to go to some book launches or just some author interviews, which are really cool.
We do author events in the shop, so we can seat about 40 people in the shop. So they're lovely, really intimate.
And then I've also been to a smaller event here, which was a death cafe, which is a space to basically talk about death. And it was weirdly uplifting considering the subject matter, because you're there with strangers, and it just felt like the right setting for it, and you could just get to the heart of really deep conversations without kind of having to do any small talk first. And I feel like this space just lends itself to that kind of thing. You always feel quite nourished by the conversations you have here.
I think we started off our opening weekend, we had like 5 authors, all fairly local, and it's just carried on from there.
Unfortunately, I saved it all.
This poem is the story of when I was in my local pub in Birmingham, where I had my first pint at 7.5 years old, and I was in full drag after coming back from the Rocky Horror Show, and the guy who bullied me at school came up to me in the smoking area and he asked me for a lighter, and this is the story. Oi! 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 You got a light, mate? I said, you got a light, mate?
And also we've been working really hard at getting people to come to Birmingham, because there are independent bookshops in Birmingham, there have been independent bookshops in Birmingham, but there seems to be a bit of a gap. So we've been trying to keep getting these authors in.
Hi Catherine. Hi. I've got my new book for you to put on the shelves here.
Oh, that's so exciting. Congratulations. It's really gorgeous. I love it.
Thank you.
I am really looking forward to this book event, and thank you to the Heath Bookshop for being so brilliant.
Parking, the traffic there is insane.
Welcome to King's Heath.
I've never seen such a busy high street, which I'm not going to complain about. It's fantastic.
It's lovely to see you all. Thank you so much for coming.
So we're very lucky to have AJ West here today, and I'm going to hand over. Thank you.
I'm here to talk to you about a particular period in London that has been forgotten by many people. It's a story that is at once, I think, thrilling and inspiring, and amusing and surprising and tragic, actually. And
Catherine and Claire are both so lovely and so supportive and so genuinely passionate about books, and that means so much as an author. And it feeds out to customers as well.
It's almost every weekend, isn't it? You come in and have a chat.
Yeah,
It's really nice.
Every weekend I come in. I've been to a couple of events. I've been to one spoken word event that was last year, and obviously you see from the T-shirt, I've been to the festival that you arranged. So yeah, it's a really nice place, very cosy, very community feel to it. Yeah, it's just lovely enjoying here and enjoying yourselves and Catherine's
Yeah, it's
company as
always
well.
lovely to see you.
The festivals and things like that they put on, they've put themselves at the heart of the community, and the community has totally pulled them into their hearts as well.
My favourite thing about them is how they kind of mirror the shop in the way they act towards their community. They give young creatives opportunities simply just by getting to know them. It's never about your CV or anything like that. They see potential in people as people.
What made you and Catherine decide to do a festival? Because that's a lot of work to do to get to that point.
Yeah, I think Catherine was the big driving force because she's been going to Moseley Folk and Moseley Jazz forever. And I'm a classical musician, but I don't go to gigs like she does. So we were really keen to sort of do that. And especially with the Hare and Hounds around the corner, it's like, why wouldn't we work with them? So we are definitely going to do it again if we can get some funding. So that'll be April 26.
Yeah, okay.
Would you come again?
Yeah, definitely. I definitely will come again.
Yeah, it was lovely, wasn't it?
I was also given an amazing opportunity alongside Bradley Taylor to host the Big Gay Poetry Night, which was at the end of the Literature and Music Festival that the Heath Bookshop did this year. So we were the closing act, and we got to host a big gay open mic at the Hare and Hounds. Great time. It was like honestly one of the best experiences of my life.
There's no way I could have done this on my own, 100%.
I would have done it, but there's no way that it would have been what it is now because, you know, firstly, Claire brings her, you know, her personality to it, and there's lots of ideas that Claire has that I wouldn't have had.
We are just really good friends. We're not just colleagues. We are just constantly there for each other in work and out of work. And she's hilarious. She works hard. Her attention to detail is fantastic. And we just have a really, really good time.
I wouldn't have been able to do all the things we've done, you know, all the events and the festival and all of that. And also I wouldn't want to do it on my own. Obviously I would never have known, but now I'm always like, I'm so glad that I've got Claire. So yeah, it's been amazing.
What we've created is all about relationships, and I think that starts with our relationship together, and that spans out to how we deal with everybody else. So we have authors come, we have publishers contact us. It's all because of the relationships we build with them. We're going to try and do the festival again. That will be April 26. And yeah, just keep bringing authors to Birmingham, keep being a nice place to come, nice coffee.
Yeah, definitely.